In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I think it's the dogmatism of both sides. That is, in recent decades, we've heard more and more from the so-called new atheists, like Dawkins, Dennett in the United States, who claim that there is no God and that science shows that, and that evolution is inherently atheistic. Well, that's exactly what the fundamentalists are saying. So you have people on the two extreme wings who agree. And they get more attention from journalists than the people in the middle who are more interested in dialogue and compromise. They might not want to call it compromise, but you know, there's a large body of religious people who are willing to say, look, the Bible just tells us that God did it. Science tells us how God did it. So if science shows us that evolution occurred, then we just accept that as God's method. And we go on with our lives happily. We don't have to take the fundamentalist or the atheistic view. One of the scary things for the United States is that as the Supreme Court interprets our Constitution, the public schools have to be religiously neutral. If the extremes are right, and evolution is atheistic, we can't teach it in our public schools because atheism is certainly not neutral. So we have some very practical problems that we need to think about. But I do believe that, and I don't want to be too critical of the press and journalists, but I do believe that the stories that they pick up on are the really negative fundamentalists and the really aggressive atheists, and they don't pay much attention to the middle, which would enjoy and profit from engaging in dialogue and looking to see where scientific views can be accommodated. I subscribe to the journal Science, for example. It's a scientific journal, very reputable, published by the American Association for the Advancement of Science. When they talk about science and religion, it's typically the Texas Textbook Commission has banned the teaching of evolution, or this group of religious fanatics is challenging climate control, or something. It's not, these moderate Christians are embracing science and teaching it in their colleges without any controversy. With no controversy, no coverage.